Very interesting news from JAMA.
Playing in the NFL does not increase mortality.
Whether you play full-time or people who are replacements.
They compared people who play in the NFL for mostly a year, but a little bit less, a little bit more in some cases, to people that had careers in the NFL that were on average longer. What's different is their time in the NFL. What's the same is that they all played pee-wee football, high school football, and college football. So that's kind of a shared risk. And then the only thing that's different is how much they play in the NFL. The straightforward implication is that time in NFL does not increase your risk of dying.
That strikes me as a really useful thing, because it is certainly counter to the narrative that I tend to accept because I saw a good movie, which is that playing in the NFL is essentially a death warrant. This was a nice little reminder that, okay, for one thing, about the selection bias attendant to our beliefs about CTE.
The denominator in all of these studies of CTE and the studies that have come out of BU and others, the denominator is completely non-informative. It is a screwed up denominator. These are self-selected people that have given their brains, or their families have given their loved ones' brains to the study of something that they believe has caused their loved one to become a different person.
The numbers from that selection biased group were
darn close to 100%.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it's like
100%.
It sounds really impressive. To a layperson like me, you go, well, I better not let my kid play football.
BU scientists are very clear that they don't know the denominator, that there is a huge selection bias. So all they're saying is that of the brains that we've examined, very close to 100% of those that played in the NFL have evidence of CTE. This is lethality. This is, are you dead or are you alive? It's not, I'm having a good time, I'm having a good life. So that's another caveat. Certainly, many of the stories that are of concern to people are not that the person died, but that while they were living, their quality of life and the way they interacted with their loved ones went down the tubes.
That's a useful limiting factor in this particular JAMA study, because all they studied was mortality.
This study follows up on a study that compared NFL players to the general population, and there was no difference in mortality there either.
The good news that I hear you giving me is that up to a point, I can feel less guilty about enjoying my NFL games. It's less guilt. I'm free. I can watch them get pounded and smack into each other and not feel like I'm supporting blood sports and the destruction of human brains.
You're not killing people.
I'll take not killing.